This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Skip Money.
Well, everyone, and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast of East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. So today I'm very excited to have a very special guest in our studio, and I'm sure you'll be just as excited as I am, because today I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Mr. Corey Prince, who is with PMI Blue Ridge. Corey, welcome to the show.
Hey, Skip, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we are thrilled to have you. And like I said, excited to learn all about you and your business. So if you don't mind, why don't you start us off by telling us what you do?
So my father and I own and run a full-service property management company. We specialize in long-term and short-term property management. Our company is a franchise, so I like to say you get kind of the best of both worlds. You get the boutique feel of a locally owned company with the corporate backing of a franchise. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for our customers.
Very cool. So it's a family affair between you and your dad.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, tell us about your journey, Corey. How did you get in this? How did you end up here?
So, I've been in real estate for 10 or so years. We bought PMI in 2020. My dad and I had a bad experience with a real estate investment, and that's when we decided to get into real estate. And then we randomly got an email from PMI saying, "Hey, you want to buy a franchise?" And we're like, "Hey, that could be fun." And 5 years later, here we are.
Here we are. Wow. Great story.
Yeah.
So, what are some myths or misconceptions in your industry that you can think of?
The one thing I always hear whenever I tell anybody I'm a property manager, they're like, "Oh, I would never want to do that. I don't want to answer the phone at 2:00 in the morning for a leaky toilet or something like that." And I'm glad everybody thinks that, because they come to me and give me their business, because I don't even remember the last time that actually happened. So
Awesome.
I'm glad that that's a myth for my business.
Very cool. Well, I'm sure, but property management people do think that. I thought that. So,
yeah, exactly.
So that's good to clear that up.
Yeah.
So, obviously, very busy guy. What in your spare time, if there is any, what do you like to do for fun?
Most of the time, I have two younger kids. I have a 9-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. So most of our time is spent entertaining them. If I do get out to have something, I like to play golf every now and then, but I don't do that very often, and I'm not very good at it. So, it's a fun pastime. I go to the driving range more than anything else.
You're not alone in that, brother. I love to play golf. I'm just not good at it at all.
Yeah.
But the spare time thing with spending time with family is always the right answer. So, particularly if your wife's watching the podcast, but
she's in another room.
Oh, is she? Okay. Well, she can hear.
Yeah.
So, let's switch gears for a second. Can you describe a hardship or a life challenge that you've overcome and how it made you stronger on the other side? Anything come to mind?
I mean, obviously the most recent thing would be Helene. Being in the property management business, between long-term and short-term, we have about 150 properties. And wow. We actually, as far as our properties are concerned, we got really lucky. We only had about 5 that were damaged from the storm, but the aftermath of the storm really hurt our short-term vacation rental business, which is about 75% of our business revenue-wise.
Oh, wow.
And with just the struggles of tourism down, 30 to 40%, depending on who you talk to. This last winter and spring were really rough. We started learning from that and making some changes. And I'm happy to say the last 3 months, we've been able to outperform the market by at least 20% on all of our properties.
Wow. That's incredible. Especially considering, the circumstances, because I hear that from a lot of folks I talk to, interview in the Asheville, Western North Carolina area and East Tennessee as well. That people watched the news and saw the damage, the worst part of it, and think that it's destroyed. And we're open for business, right?
Exactly. And that's what I would love everybody to know, is that we are open for business, and most everything is fixed. Chimney Rock, Lake Lure are still being fixed, but they're opening back up. You can go to Chimney Rock again. That would be what I want everybody to know.
Make sure everybody knows we're open for business. Everything, the Biltmore, everything's still rocking. Yeah, I was just there actually, and I got to tell you, folks, Asheville's open for business. You heard it here on the Good Neighbor podcast. So come check it out, and hopefully we're going to have a good leaf season this year. So hopefully they're going to be beautiful. So come out, check out the leaves, and I hear a lot of actually business folks tell me that they think that that the leaf season is going to be sort of a turning point. Hopefully,
if based off of my bookings for our short-term rentals, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, our September was surprisingly good. Like September is usually kind of a shorter month where it's the kind of the lull before the storm, and we actually had a pretty good September, and October is looking even better. So
awesome, great news. That's great news.
Yeah.
Well, if Corey, if you could think of one thing that you'd like all of our listeners and viewers to remember about PMI Blue Ridge, what would that be?
Honestly, it's that, we're open for business in Western North Carolina. Yeah, I would love for everybody to come back. And if they do, stay with me. And if you go to my website at PMIBlueRidge.com, book through us and use discount code Good Neighbor, you get a 10% discount.
All right. And what was that code again?
Good Neighbor.
Good Neighbor. All right.
Yeah.
Got to check out the Good Neighbor discount, right? 10% discount.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I love it. Everybody go check it out. And I was going to ask, how can, for those of us who, want to come see the leaves, want to come visit, or interested in property, how can we learn more? You mentioned, what was the website again?
Yeah, the website is PMIBlueRidge.com. We're on all the social medias too, at PMI Blue Ridge.
Okay.
We highlight a lot of our properties on our Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.
Awesome. Very good. All right. Well, Corey, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time today and hanging out with us and telling us all about what you do and PMI Blue Ridge and the great things you guys are doing in Western North Carolina. And wish you guys, your family, and your clients all the best moving forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we'll have to have you back sometime.
Sounds good to me. I'd love to.
All right. Maybe. And you'll be able to report on all the thousands of folks that took advantage of the 10% discount.
Absolutely. I would love to tell them publicly on the podcast.
Awesome. We'll look forward to that.
All
right. Corey, hey, you have a good one, man.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnptri-cities.com. That's gnptri-cities.com or call 423-719-5873.